Okay, We Kirk friends. I just filmed this, but I accidentally did it in slow motion, which was hilarious. But I'm not going to put you through that because I am attempting to learn to play the guitar again. So I promise I will not do it in slow motion. This is Beloved. Let us love one another. Beloved, let us love one another. Love one another. For love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God, and knoweth God. He that loveth God knoweth not God, for God is love. God is love. Beloved, let us love one another. 1 John 4:7-8. Okay, not in slow motion. Hello, We Kirk friends. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to read you a Bible story about Jesus and how he might have made some of the religious leaders of the time angry with some of the things he did. Here, I'm going to show you a picture of Jesus. There he is. And here are some of the religious leaders. So, and it's called Troubled Bubbles. So listen to the word of the Lord. Jesus often offended Jewish officials and religious leaders too. They had spent their lives studying ancient holy writings and working out what they meant. Now Jesus was preaching about all these things in a new and exciting way. He even dared to say that the Jewish holy men, such as the Pharisees, followed strict laws and they had gotten them wrong. For instance, Jewish law taught that some foods were unclean and should not be eaten, but Jesus said it isn't what goes into your body that makes you unclean, it's what comes out, what you say, that makes you, that are the things that are wicked. He also announced the Pharisees believed that washing in certain ways will cleanse your soul, and that is not true. It only cleanses your body. Jesus spoke against the Jewish holy men like this, and it made them very angry. What made them even more furious was that in their eyes, Jesus often broke rules about the holy seventh day of the week, the Sabbath. Jewish holy books said that God had commanded everyone to rest on the Sabbath, but Jesus often performed miracles which the Jewish leaders considered work. One Sabbath, Jesus healed a crippled woman who had been in terrible pain for 18 years. On another Sabbath, he cured a man with a paralyzed hand. Don't you think it is right that we should help people on God's holy day? Jesus challenged anyone who objected. My Father doesn't stop working on the Sabbath, and neither do I. Then the Jewish leaders were completely enraged. How dare he call God his Father, they gasped. Many of the officials and priests, they began plotting against Jesus and plotting to get rid of Jesus. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So let's think about these religious leaders. They had spent their whole life studying scriptures. They felt like they really, really, really knew what it was about. They knew all the laws and they knew how to follow them. And they thought, if I followed all these laws, this is what will get me right with God. And here Jesus comes and he preaches about things in a whole different way. He never said, I've come to get rid of the law. He said, I've come to make it full, right? So he talked about the laws, but he talked about them in different ways. Like the food, they thought certain foods were unclean and you shouldn't eat them, and that would make that would be a sin to eat. But Jesus said it isn't what we eat that's wrong. It's what we say. It's what we do. Jesus focused on our actions and how we treat others. And those are the unclean things. Those are the things that need to change. Not so much following laws and rules, though those are important. It's how we treat others. It's how we love. It's putting God first. Jesus took the laws and he focused them more on the love of God. And so he changed the way the laws were looked at. But these men, they had spent their whole lives studying, and it was very, very hard for them to see that Jesus was full of truth. And sometimes we can be that way. But dear children, I want you to know that God's laws are about love. It's about loving others. It's about loving God. Just as much as we love ourselves, we love God first, we love others, and we love ourselves. If we do those three things, we are following God's law. We are doing what Jesus teaches. So I want you to keep that in mind. To first, love God. Second, love others, just as much as we love ourselves. And if we do all that, it takes care of everything. It's so simple to think about, but it's so hard to do sometimes. But if we do that, if we truly follow those things, we are doing what Jesus taught us. So I hope you have a good week. I so hope to see you soon. Bye, We Kirk friends.